time, everybody. We'll start in just a minute here. As usual, you can join the Zoom link that's in the stage chat. Thank you, Psycho, for posting that every week. All right, Lo-Fi Girl, as much as we love you. All right, it's another week, another good week for ShapeShift DAO we're looking forward to. Thanks for coming. And so let's, we're going to start with appreciations, and yeah, I'm appreciating that, I guess I'll be, I'm not sure when DeFi is going to take over these. It'll probably be sooner than the end of the month, but my term as the workstream leader will be up at the end of the month, and I've just really appreciated this. And I mean, I'm glad I'm still sticking around. I'll be in these calls, but yeah, I just really appreciate this whole experience and this whole community. It's incredible. Any other appreciations from anybody? We can bring you up on stage too, so please don't be shy.
Reiterate my appreciation for DeFi stepping up and taking over the work stream. I know he's putting a lot of effort into that, a lot of effort into budget and in taking care of all the work stream members, which is great to see. The other thing I appreciate was the web architecture discussions we had last week. So appreciation for DeFi, Major Hayes, Theobald, Ryan, Kevin, anyone else I'm forgetting, sincerely apologize. Pasta Ghost was definitely involved there on working out a web architecture that's conducive to sharing code in the front end, accessing, let me think how to put this. It's conducive to rapidly adding chains and maintaining stuff without the web code getting out of control in terms of chain differences. I think we're in a solid place now, and just appreciate all the big brains we had together going through that last week.
Yeah, I thank you for that, Adam. I appreciate the work that's happening now too. We started some work with the product team on like engineering vision, and that's when we realized, whoa, we even need to work on the DAO vision, which we've been getting. Appreciate everyone who's been participating in that. We're gonna maybe even come to at least the first conclusion today at 4 in the I think it's in engineering E1 all access. But when we were talking engineering product vision, there were a couple different like possibilities of where is our engineering secret sauce, and it's becoming clearer and clearer that it's in how the abstractions, the engineering abstractions that we're building, right? We're not creating new chains, we're not creating new protocols. A lot of you could put an interface on top of a protocol, and it could be nice and a good UX and a good experience, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. But it's the engineering that we're doing is in how we're abstracting blockchains from the UX such that it's just going to be super easy to add more chains. And then we're building abstractions to be able to have more single staking protocols added very easily. And I think I'm just really excited about that and seeing that engineering vision coming to life. Other appreciations?
Josh, I'd love to go if I may.
Oh, please.
So yeah, I appreciate all of the engineers and the entire community that I've been working with, even from my very first day, before I'd even done any work here. Kevin jumps on and he spends an hour with me helping me debug my local machine, which is one of the least fun things to do as an engineer. So, I appreciate that and the collaboration and the openness to feedback here. And it's amazing. So thank you. And excuse the gravelly morning voice. It's 5:30 in Australia.
And Apotheosis, I appreciate you because you're the first person, you're the first dev coming on accepting a full-time role with offered a new guy a job, and we just agreed and got chuckling about, all right, this is
journey.
I mean, it's all started because you well played.
So, mate, you stood out.
Really appreciate you jumping up here. Go. DeFi, take us away.
Thanks, boss. Alrighty. Where is the screen? There's the screen. I can see all the people. Updated the open source update. I do have to get to that for there are more contributors. The 1st of March for 6 months is going to do something. Going to be a big one, but I think we should be able to get everyone's support for it. Just a reminder, Ocean is out this week. Bounties will be created, but Ocean will be taking care of that next week. So please, big news from Order. We have many more languages now. Simplified Chinese, Russian, they've done a great job, and product's got like half a dozen languages. With super cool. On the partner side of things, the contributor from the XDeFi team who put up the PR into HD Wallet is back and we just had some issues with like tests and builds and CI and stuff, but that will be merged on the HD Wallet side today, and Ops will be testing a branch in web with XDeFi support. So if that goes well, a lot of core engineering time is being consumed by at the moment. That sounds bad. The thing that most of engineering is working on is the Cosmos stuff. We already have the support for Yearn Vault, but this any contract that takes a single asset rather than like liquidity providing. So big thanks to Major Hayes for leading up that effort there on contract at the end of the month to help out with some of that stuff. And obviously core contributors like Ryan, Theo that are working on that as well. So that's pretty much it, plus the obvious standing item. Those are open and accepting contributions. So that's pretty much it from me. I'll hand it over to Big Kev.
Yeah, thanks. Not much new for the server newly pending and confirmed transaction challenges with Cosmos having multiple, continue moving that through chain adapters and kind of meet in the middle with all the web work that's begun. So yeah, Cosmos all the time until we get it done.
Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, so last week, majority of the week was working on web preview environments and Unchained and TaxiStake. The web preview, really, I was just getting up to speed on GitHub Actions and Versal and some of the tools that devs have used. With regard to Unchained and TaxiStake, AWS account, they have limits on the amount of spot in an effort to drastically reduce in place that are going to prevent us from running a full working with the support team. With that effort, I'm also going to be working on Unchained, the quota on spot vCPU availability instance class, but I'll just need to. So that's going to be my week of this week.
You should, I'd recommend reaching out to AWS account manager, but somehow leverage an account rep so that
I've been kind of talking with Conscience, and he recommended that
Yeah, it might be nice if he just sent a message to the rep, so the rep knew that was going. Anyway.
Right. Yeah, I'm sure that they'll be able to just push it through in that case if it gets to that point. More on security, Mr. Nerdhair?
From an engineering side of things, this week I will be working on making the IPFS deployment that we're doing through Fleek match the prod deployment can be verified and that we can have some confidence moving forward. I think there's probably a couple other things that had to be resolved before that, the primary blocker there, and blocker, I guess, to be removed for that. Some isolation adapter TLC in HD Wallet. I'll be working on that as well. And there are some RDP reports that I'm following up on this week, and we'll be working with people to, low impact stuff. But
appreciations. Spent some time on, I think, is a really solid design for scaling. The plan is to apply that sort of incrementally or existing Bitcoin and ETH setup. So I think he knows it, but my plan for that pattern gets implemented the first time properly and documenting that and the reasons for our decision to do things the way we are. Only other thing I got is chasing some Litecoin issues in V1.
Yeah, good week. But there's going to be, and there will be engineers who will be working throughout the week, but there's going to be quite a few people who will be taking off for either events. That's next week. Just given recruiting has been something I've been doing since the beginning of the year. Still got more candidates to review, although the influx of candidates has slowed down. I think so. I have a couple more first initial interviews and trying to filter people to the bounty process. And I think once these two postings that we put on Crypto Jobs List, and what was the other one? I've got an email with it. I think we did Crypto Jobs and Crypto Jobs List. That we should do a little retro on how it worked, kind of quality of candidates, what did it do for the bounty process, for our overall throughput. Because it's so far, it's actually doesn't seem like it's resulting in a whole bunch, to be totally honest. The bounties have been a better source, I think. But anyway, and we're not done with it either, but we'll do a retro on it to see how we want to adjust our recruiting strategy, because we still have hires to make here. And we'll be doing releases on Tuesdays and Thursday this week. I'll be playing the release manager role for those. And want a reminder for everyone, I came up in some conversation, I don't know where, last week, but we're going to be doing open to the whole community as 5-minute meditations, very lightly guided by me at 11:55 Mountain Time in the general voice channel. That'll happen every day this week. It's an experiment that someone proposed that we'll see how it goes and if people like it and find value. And Diggy, are you here? Or no, Fox McCloud, Diggy's out.
Yep. Thank you, Josh. Excited to try those guided meditations. That's a great thing you're bringing to the DAO. I'm sure will be very helpful, especially on stressful days. Yeah, like Josh said, Diggy's out today. Any product needs, feel free to send my way, Fox McCloud. Just a couple updates. Foxy Bounty is making progress, which is super exciting. Being in some of these calls and listening to how it's being built out. Yeah, like I said, very, very exciting. Staking UI layouts are to follow Foxy right now, being worked on by Beard and Diggy. What's cool about this, obviously, is once we're able to do, single-sided, multi-sided, double-sided liquidity, it reaches and contributes to so many things outside of just one protocol. But initially they'll be used in Thorchain, in Yearn, in a lot of other protocols that we will be able to implement. The keep key settings spec, which is things like being able to toggle on your BIP39 passphrase, or wiping and restoring your keep key, or changing your PIN, things like that, which is one of the big ticketed items before we can reach parity to beta, has been completed. And I actually just met with Adam and DeFi Cafe and a couple other engineers to go over that spec, and they are going to get that bountied out. Hopefully DeFi Cafe can get that done this week, but I know he's covering for Ocean a little bit while he's gone. But that bounty will get released and hopefully completed very soon. One step closer to parity and hopefully the sunset of beta. Besides that, the product team will be at an offsite Wednesday through Friday of this week. We're going to be meeting up and talking about some big ticket items and just some overall broad strokes of how we want to keep moving forwards in terms of our roadmap, bounties, and things like that. We will have limited access to Discord, so of course feel free to reach out with any questions or needs, but it'll be really great to get in touch in person and also welcome some of our new product members, Gray Machine, Decentralized J, things like that. I'll throw it over to Willie if he's got anything else.
Nope. Just looking forward to this product retreat later this week. And yeah, I know a big topic for us is going to be this whole bounty process. And so I'm appreciative that engineering, you guys have already kind of given us a head start with your side of the process. We're definitely going to be looking at that and figuring out how can we make it really clear for external contributors, especially with regard to these larger projects like Foxy. How can we make it a clear process for them and support them as a product workstream?
All right, thanks everybody. Want to correct the typo. These 5-minute meditations are at 12:55 MST, so not in 3 minutes, in an hour and 3 minutes. The idea was just to try to catch people, right around lunch hour before you kind of head back into work. Or, I mean, many of us, it's a lunch 20 minutes, but still kind of in the middle of the day was the idea. And yeah, I would love to see some people there. We've been talking about just introducing little snippets of mindfulness, even like 30 seconds of gazing at the ceiling while you're switching from a task to checking Discord or something can be super helpful. So hopefully some people can find value in just taking 5 minutes to try to be as still as possible. Are there any questions or other information that people would like to ask or state at this time?